good, my people? Tasha Curry here. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I want to do kind of like a reaction, a review, a response to Megan Moon's video. Some of you may or may not know Megan Moon. I have been following her for years. I absolutely love her. I love her personality. She's a YouTuber that lives in Korea. She's married to a Korean. And I started watching her because I actually used to live in Korea. But anyway, I was going to run her video and then like comment on some of the things within her video. But yeah, I don't know how to do that. So I'm actually just gonna do this talking head video like I always do. And I'm going to talk about some of the things that she mentioned in her video and just kind of add my 2 cents on what I think that she says on someone who's been married for almost 20 years. I'm going to link the video down below so that you guys can see the video that I'm actually talking about. So the first thing she talks about in her video is she says that for Koreans, marriage is duty. And I mean D-U-T-Y, not poop, bad joke. But anyway, in the States, we like to romanticize our relationships. So we believe that we need to be swept off of our feet and we're gonna get these butterflies, and when we kiss, one of our legs is gonna go up. We think that romance and relationships need to be like the movies, and that's just not the case. And I believe that that's one of the reasons why our relationships are suffering. We're suffering because we see these beautiful romantic movies and we think that that is what our relationships should be, but it's fake. Another thing that she brings up, and I actually agree with this, is that a lot of times when people get married, they're getting married for the reason of them getting something. And I'm not talking about love or just love. It could be you're marrying this person for money, or you might be marrying this person for a status. And instead of it being like, I really want to marry this person because of who they are, or yeah, you could say because I love them, but instead you're saying to yourself, what can I get from this relationship? And in a true relationship, in my opinion, you should always ask, what can I add to this person's life? It goes so much deeper than what I'm saying, but if I really spell out everything, this video is probably gonna be like an hour long, and I really have to get through the video. But you should really ask, what can we add value to each other in this relationship? Don't get into a relationship just because you're lonely, you're needy, you just want somebody there. Get into a relationship because you really want to either learn something from that person, or you know that you can add value to that person. And if you are not there, don't get into a relationship. Figure out what you can bring to a relationship. Figure out your values, and then worry about being with someone else. Another good point that she actually brings up is when she talks about happiness. We have a sense of entitlement sometimes, and our own happiness should come from our own fulfillment. We're so worried about someone else making us happy that we don't even know what makes us happy anymore. How can someone make you happy if you don't even know what makes you happy? You should never place your happiness in another person. Yes, should you be happy with somebody? Of course. But what I'm saying is when you base your happiness off of them, I always say if you put your own happiness into someone else, you'll always be disappointed. But staying on the subject of happiness, when you're in a marriage, you need to find out what makes you happy within that marriage. So for me, I'm happy when I make a meal for my family and they enjoy it. And sometimes, I do care if they enjoy it, but I enjoy cooking for my family. And I used to not be like this. I used to hate cooking, but I actually enjoy that now. So what is your joy in your marriage? Is it the nightly talks between you and your spouse? Is it you being able to get them their favorite drink and they smile when you get it for them? Is it when you surprise them with a gift? What is your joy in your marriage? Another thing that she said is things work out when you put effort into them. Preach, girl. Preach. Because marriage takes work. Sometimes, especially when we're like going through things within our relationship, we have a tendency to either put things off or ignore it and pretend that it's not even there until it just magically goes away. And it's like we get married And we just expect each other to just fall into this role with no discussions. We think that men should do this in a relationship and women should do this. And that might not be the case for your relationship. We have to constantly and consistently work on our marriage from day I do. You don't work on your marriage when there's something going on in the marriage. You work on the marriage even when you're at your happiest. Now, one thing that I didn't really agree with was she said that you should always be your best self. And she was talking about like wearing makeup and working out. I mean, I guess I get what she was saying, but we usually put our best self forward when we're dating. When we're married, that's usually when the real us come out. Because you can't hide from someone when you're with them 24/7. But we tend sometimes to let ourselves go when we get married. We stop working out, we stop eating right, we stop doing the things that might have gotten them attracted to us. I know for me, something that I try to do now is, because I was that way, I completely let myself kind of go. I felt like I got him. Why do I need to try? But something that I definitely try to do now is when I go out, especially when we go out either together or we go out as a family, I might put a little bit of makeup on. I never wore a lot of makeup, if at all. But I'll try to dress nice. I won't wear no sweatpants, do my eyebrows, maybe some eyeliner, call it a evening. But I try to give my husband the girl that I used to be. The girl that I know from time to time he does miss. So I guess I kind of take that back from what I said earlier that I didn't agree with her. I do agree with her to a certain extent that even in your relationship, even if you guys have been together for over 20 years, that you should still try to put your best foot forward in the relationship. Things happen, and usually that comes with being comfortable. But you should at least try to be healthy within your relationship. And I'm not just talking about eating right and exercising, but also mentally healthy. And we all have bad days. So I know what I'm saying. You're gonna be like, Tasha, I don't feel like doing that today. That's okay. You're not gonna be on your A game every single day. But all I'm saying is try. One thing that she also brought up was in Korea, at least the people that she's around that's married, they tend to work on their marriage, where other people, especially in the United States, we are more, if it don't fit, it don't fit. So we'll say that a person wasn't a good fit for us, and that's why we broke up with them. Where sometimes I feel like when you're in the dating scene, that's when you need to find out if a person is your right fit. Don't wait until you're married to try to figure out if this person is the right fit for you. But then what I think she means is a lot of times when we have issues in our relationship, we don't even want to deal with the issue. We're just like, oh, we're arguing, the relationship's over, we're done. Why? Because we have this thing in our mind that we shouldn't argue in relationships. It happens. You're not gonna agree on everything within your relationship. And one thing I don't like is I hate when people tell me that they tried everything to make their relationship work, but yet they won't go see a marriage counselor or they won't go see a therapist. That's not trying things to make it work. Or another thing I see a lot of people do is they say, we're gonna make the relationship work for a day. They may try to do everything that they should have been doing throughout the relationship in that one day. These are some minute things, but maybe one of the issues was your spouse never washes dishes. So while they're trying to make things work, they're gonna wash dishes all day long. But by tomorrow, they're gonna fall right back into their bad habits. That is not working on things. And I just wanna say that no, I don't believe that everybody should just stay in a marriage just because things aren't working out. If you're going through something serious, yes, you might need to get out of that relationship. But for the majority of people, the reason why they got out of their relationship was because they didn't want to do the work that's required in order to keep a marriage strong. Marriage is not easy. Hell, really, no relationship is easy. But just like if you have a friendship, it takes work to keep that friendship strong. And that's even more important in a marriage. Another big thing she talks about is gender roles. In the United States, man, we care way too much about gender roles. And as I said earlier, it's that whole thing that a man should do this and a woman should do this. And in my opinion, to me, it's not that serious. Me and my husband, we probably alter our gender roles every day. There are days where he might be doing something, I'll take out the trash, because I think taking out the trash is sometimes considered to be a man's role. So sometimes I'll take out the trash. But there are a few things that I'm not doing. I am not a handyman, and I don't know how to fix stuff. And if you ask me to fix stuff, it's gonna be broken. So my husband is the one that actually fixes things around the house. I'll try to help. I'll hand him a tool, but that's about it. If he's not available for whatever reason, let's say he's out of town, I'll try to do it myself with him on the phone. But most of the time, I'm not trying to fix things around the house. And honestly, y'all, my husband don't like washing dishes. So that's my daughter's job. But no, my daughter has chores. So the things I don't want to do, she does. No, anyway, my husband doesn't like washing dishes. So even though most of the time my daughter is the one doing those chores, if she's not available for whatever reason, I'll wash the dishes. I don't ask him. Normally, I don't ask him to wash the dishes. Another thing my husband does not do is he does not wash clothes, because I don't like the way he washes clothes. And he knows that. So if I'm sick or something like that, he will wash the clothes. But for the majority of the time, that's my job. That's my job. And I take on that job gladly. So we have our roles in our marriage, but it's not to say, oh, that's his role because he's the man and this is my role because I'm the woman. No, these are our roles because it works for our relationships, period. And let me tell you something, ladies, and I'm probably gonna lose a lot of people here, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with being independent. I'm a very independent woman. But what I mean by there's ladies that will actually get mad when a man wants to carry her bags or open a car door or hold a door. And that's why a lot of people don't even do that anymore. So instead of you just saying, thank you, you'll get upset and be like, I can carry my own bag. I can open up my own car door. There is nothing wrong with having a career and having your own money. That is me. I have my own career. I have my own money. If you look back, I did a video that says that me and my husband actually do not even share a bank account. But my husband loves to do things for me. And honestly, I love it when he does things for me and want to do things for me. So even though there is something that I can do, for instance, opening up a car door, I love when my husband opens my car door. And even though I have two hands that work and I can open up my own car door, I'm appreciative that he would want to do that for me. Tyndall, stop! So all I'm saying is just don't be so quick to say, look, I got this myself, because you're not in a relationship by yourself. Let your partner be a part of your life too. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe, that notification, all that good stuff. And remember, love yourself, adore yourself, and always be yourself. Thank you, and I hope I get to see you guys in my next video.